welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Good morning, WKRA 92.7 The Change. It's your morning host, DJ Kitty, and Miss Morningstar from Our Plugs, the Community Connection. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone had a great beginning to their week. You've enjoyed the weather. You've enjoyed your family. I know Mother's Day was this past Sunday, and it was a wonderful day. We always want to give our flowers to our mothers, those that are with us, and those who have gone on to be with the ancestors. You know, we want to appreciate those women in our lives. So I hope and pray that every mom, no matter what type of mother you are, you experience some joy this past weekend. We are here to bring you the news you can use. We are here to make you laugh. We are here to make you think. And we are here. Good morning, sis. How are you? Happy Tuesday.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday.
Yes,
we are here.
Yes. We are here.
Glad to be back.
Absolutely.
We had a nice little, Mother's Day break. So
yes, a little holiday break.
A little holiday break for the mamas.
Yes.
Yeah,
for the mamas. So
it's good to be back.
It is good to be back. I like
one of my favorite days. And
Absolutely.
We have our veterans and our leaders in the building.
Say that.
Love it.
Our guys who bring you something good each time they come on and they talk.
Positivity is absolutely what we need.
Love it. So I hope everyone has had their coffee. They've had some water, maybe some orange juice, had breakfast, and we can hop right on into it. Every morning we start the show with positive affirmations from our affirmation queen, Mrs. Morningstar.
Yay.
And today, Mrs. Morningstar, what do you have for us? It's always something uplifting. I'm ready. Let's get a pen ready. I'm ready. Let me take some notes.
She said, I am ready. Y'all know I like to give y'all just a few nuggets. And on these days when we have leaders and voices, veteran voices, which are leaders as well, I just think about things we can believe in and say to ourselves about our capabilities and our purpose, and transforming self-doubt into shakeable or shareable confidence, and helping yourself lead with clarity and conviction. So here's just a few things. Affirmations for leadership confidence, when you want to be confident. I'm a confident and capable leader. My decisions inspire trust and respect. I have the courage to lead with authenticity. I embrace challenges as opportunities to grow. My confidence inspires those around me. I trust my instinct to make sound decisions. I'm prepared for every leadership challenge. I am a natural leader who inspires others. My vision for the future is clear and achievable. I lead with certainty and clarity in all I do. I'm resilient in the face of setbacks. My leadership inspires actions and change. I bring calm and confidence to every situation. I am worthy of the respect I receive as a leader. My confidence in myself motivates my team. I inspire others to reach their highest potential. I lead with the purpose and conviction. I overcome challenges with confidence and grace. I attract success through my strong leadership skills. Affirmations for effective leadership.
You were talking about all of us, you know that?
I know.
That is so true, and I love it.
I
Yeah.
know, because we are all leaders,
Yes, we
even
are.
within our black jobs.
Yes. Yes, we are all leaders, and I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that what you read captures so many of us because
Mm-hmm.
if you think about it, we don't have a choice. We know what needs to be done, and we're going to do what needs to be done. So,
That's
yes,
right.
ma'am, I think that's probably one of my favorite affirmations because
Okay.
you're speaking to leaders.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's good to remind yourself of that. Because life is lifing, and you get up and go to work every day,
Yes.
every day.
And as leaders, we don't always have good days,
No, no,
but we have to put on that persona and we have to put on that armor, I call it. And we have to be the ones that stand there with the confidence and the resilience so that we can continue to guide our peers and others who look up to us and respect us. So
yeah,
I take it very serious, and I know
I do
everybody
too.
else do. Much respect to the leaders out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. That was a good message, and I hope everyone took the time to receive it. So let's go ahead and hop into the weather. Holly Springs, you got a
Hello.
high of 78, a low of 65. You've got some morning showers this morning, about a 36% chance of rain. We've got winds out of the southwest, about 6 miles per hour, so very, very low winds. Let's see, the grass pollen count is high. Let's see, Memphis, Tennessee. You've got a high of 79, a low of 67. You have AM and PM clouds, about a 24% chance of rain. You've got winds out of the southwest, about 6 miles per hour. And again, the grass count is very high for pollen. Now, Houston, Texas. Houston, please come to the front of the room. We've got 10 days of 90-degree weather, and this starts today, and it would feel like temperatures 102 to 112. For the next 10 days. Houston, we are breaking records for the next 2 weeks. Houston, come to the front of the room. I just want to
Can
talk.
you come again? Rewind.
We are breaking records for the next 10 days in Houston, Texas. It's never been this hot this early. We are breaking records. When I say never, never since they've
I
been
saw the
keeping track of.
90s.
Yes, it is May. We typically don't have this type of weather until late June, early July. So it's going to be in the 90s for the next 10 days. Feel like temperature. That means that when you walk outside, it's going to feel like 105 to 112 degrees. So let's go ahead and be
Pass out.
proactive
I'm gonna pass out.
and
Okay.
stay indoors between the hours of 11:30, 12 until the evening hours, maybe 4:35. This is ridiculous. And I'm very disappointed in you, Houston. Today, there's a high of 94, a low of 75. It's going to be sunny and hot with the capital T. Um, it's going to be a scorcher for the next 10 days, and I'm hoping that it clears up after that. Yeah, record breaking temps. Tree pollen is low, grass pollen is high, ragweed is moderate. It's going to be hot though. Did I say it's going to be hot? Houston, I know I've been here almost 40 years, and there's a lot of things that I deal with in life. This is one of them that I don't want to deal with this early.
Hot.
Now, if it's going to be hot like this in May, June and July, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean,
Hot. That's hot, y'all. I don't
let me
know.
let me tell you, you know how we swim all the time, okay? I'm a swimmer. I love to swim. When it gets hot, you get in the pool and I promise you it feels like you're cooking. I'm not pleased. I'm not happy about any of this. I need Houston to do better. I'm going to need Houston to get your act together. I don't know what what's going on with the weather. I don't know if we are just experiencing a heat wave, but I'm not pleased, and I need Mother Nature to understand that. Now, I don't want a hurricane, but I still don't want it to be this hot. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it like the rest of us. Let's go ahead and get into breaking news you can use. The noodles, as my grandson says, the noodles.
I like that, the noodles, because it's real loose out here.
It's real, yeah, it's noodling out here. First, let's talk about the tariffs.
Oh.
So,
somebody bent their knee.
Somebody bent the knee. I'm glad.
That's what I heard. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm happy too.
I'm not happy he didn't do anything. You created this issue, and now we're supposed to be happy that y'all are finally you created this mess.
That's weird, Kitty. Like, what we supposed to be like? Ooh, yay, he did something. No, you're the one that started it.
You started it
for no reason.
None. You have people. It has been a domino effect for 3 months, going through 3.5 months now. He's just one thing after another. Now that the tariffs, they're talking about it. It's Senator Scott Bessent and U.S. Trade Rep Jamieson Greer. Mm-hmm. They're working with China to, try, and it hasn't been resolved. Let's be clear. This is just a pause while they try and work it out. But for now, China will be paying, it's 30% instead of 145%. But China will be charging the U.S. 10%. So their citizens will only have to pay 10%, yet we still have to pay 30%. You didn't. Oh.
The games.
There was nothing. There's no
reason for it.
No, and no one should give him kudos for this. Mm-mm. You don't get kudos for a disaster that you caused, and now folks are in there trying to clean it up. You don't get to say, "Oh, I did anything." Anywho, I'm disappointed, but maybe we can get our stuff from China now.
Please hurry fast.
Please, because I would like my stuff.
We want our stuff.
Yeah, we would like our stuff. So go ahead and make whatever happen. Shake it. Shake something loose.
No, that's where we get all our stuff from. I don't know why you playing with us. Quit playing with us.
The only thing positive that has happened out of all of this is now everybody knows not to go spending thousands of dollars in Louis Vuitton and you better go to China and
you better hit up you a ling, get you connected. Baby, you better call her. She waiting. She want to do business with you too.
We can do it directly with China because Louis Vuitton will never see me, baby.
Directly.
Prada won't see me. Nike won't see me. No.
Hop over them.
I'm going to go right to the people who actually make the goods. Versus make the goods, and then they send it to Italy, and Italy puts their stamp on it. I don't get off the gas.
Gaslighting the heck out of y'all forever.
We've been doing this forever.
They've been doing this for a long time. I can remember in the 90s, baby. I can remember people in the 90s had like some hookups. I just didn't know the plug. I got a plug now.
Yeah, our plugs, you hear me? I want to say good morning to our YouTube audience. I see you out there, T Wiz. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Let's see what else has happened. Oh yeah, Diddy.
How'd that go today?
Well, I don't know how it's going. Well, he's in court, and they've got the jurors picked, and
they had opening statements today.
Yeah, they had an opening statement. Yesterday they had an opening statement.
Oh yeah. Are they gonna continue it on today?
The trial is on. They picked the jurors, and opening statements. We don't meet every day. His kids were there yesterday. I am a daddy's girl, and I've seen his beautiful daughters. His daughters are absolutely
And they look
beautiful,
just like him.
like their mama.
Gorgeous.
They are some beautiful young ladies. And I saw them walking in, and my heart broke because I'm a daddy's girl. And if JT had cut up like Diddy, I would have grabbed JT by his collar. No,
It's
you're not
gotta
gonna
be
embarrass us.
It's gotta be very
Traumatizing,
embarrassing to have to sit in that courtroom and hear those things about your dad. I couldn't even imagine that, and I don't know if I would want to.
I wouldn't, and I'm grown.
Yeah.
These are babies. You know, they're young. They haven't graduated from high school yet.
They graduate. I think they are seniors graduating this year.
Are they? These are still babies. And to think that they're to hear all of the nastiness.
That's the part that creeps me out.
Yes, it's very,
because it has to be told. It has to be told in court verbatim.
And they don't shield their words. They're gonna have to say what it is.
Yeah, it's creepy. Cringe, as the kids say, cringe.
Cringe.
Cringy.
And his mama was there too. Oh Lord, no.
I saw her rocking her new Diana wig, honey. She was ready. Yeah. I saw you, Miss Combs. I seen you.
Yep. And then what else happened? Somebody is allegedly getting a $400 million plane from a foreign country. I thought that was against the emulance clause. Am I wrong?
And then got an attitude when somebody asked them about it. One of the media people asked them about it, called a straight attitude, talking about what? I mean, what? Somebody wants to give me a free plane? What? What I supposed to say? No. I said, pipe down, bro. Why you so
okay? Calm down. Why are you so offensive?
Why you so mad?
Is it because it's illegal?
Yeah. You breaking the law again?
You're breaking the law again?
Is that possible?
You know, it's really ridiculous. I mean, how many times are you going to break the law?
T-Wiz.
I see T-Wiz comment, you know. My daddy wasn't either. My daddy was, he was
He ain't like all that baby oil. Mine ain't either.
I don't see the need. My daddy been that ever, God rest his soul, but if I can't even
baby, I knock all that stuff off the dresser. Don't play with me.
I would knock it all down. I better not see no baby oil. I can't even look at baby oil the same. Why you have to have permission to buy baby oil from now on? You show me your child, because people are doing weird things. What's going on? Baby oil? Anywho, let's get off of that.
Let me. Did you have any more stories? Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
So I had a good story, guys, y'all. So this is out of Louisiana. HBCU made history with the largest class of Black male nurses.
Yes.
Yeah. So Southern University School of Nursing, which is a HBCU in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, made history with the largest ever group of African-American male nursing students. They have also secured a $339,000 grant to support diversity in healthcare, research, and education.
Yeah.
Booyah. Tell y'all how great we were, right? We just love to tell y'all that again. We are the plug.
We are.
And so this was amazing. 33 Black male students, the biggest cohort to the school has ever seen. Nursing student James Rogers called it a legendary moment, stressing how important male diversity in the healthcare field is. It is. Absolutely. You don't see a lot of male nurses, although you're starting to see more. We need diversity. We need everybody, to be comfortable when they go to the doctor, and who they feel most comfortable with seeing, Yeah. So I love it. Me
too. Me too.
What else did they say about these great guys? Students say that they hope their presence helps shift stereotypes. Nursing student John Babin said, Black men can do other things besides football and basketball or
Yeah,
being incarcerated in places like prison. So this is seen as an option that they can have. Hallelujah.
I love it. I
Yes,
love that. I love to see our young Black men taking control of their destiny and getting
absolutely.
out there and doing what they need to do,
I absolutely
Love it.
agree. I mean, because we could be more, and we are more.
We are.
And that just shows the diversity, Miss Shut Up and Dribble. Remember she said that?
Girl, yeah, I remember
I
her.
ain't gonna forget.
I People don't forget.
I know you. I knows you, lady.
hmm
If I
People
see
don't
you,
forget.
we gonna have a
We will
conversation
always
in the
remember that.
corner. Cause I ain't forgot it. Cause you said
Yeah.
that to my boy.
Well, yeah, that
You know
is your
I'm a
boy.
LeBron James fan.
Yeah, she stepped out of bounds
You
with
was
that
out
one.
of line. You
Yeah, she
foul on the
was.
play.
But we're not
Mm-hmm.
surprised. Have you heard
Mm-mm.
about these people talking about what is it? It's not we're switching DEI for what? Black exhaust. What is it?
Okay. DC was talking about it. It's uh come on, DC. What
Help
is
us
it? Tell it
out.
in the comments. What is
Black
it?
exhaustion,
No.
black fatigue.
Fatigue, black fatigue.
I want y'all I need them to
Y'all look
stop
that
telling
up,
us.
audience. Look it up.
Yeah,
I
look it
I
up. Look it
saw the
up.
video today.
Stop telling us what to do. Stop telling us how to live. Stop.
So in so many words, what they're trying to say is they are tired of these, and this is other races saying this, and black races.
hmm
You got your one type of black person, the loud, the hood, the ghetto one. Then you got your other black type of person that's just the bougie, properly spoken, well spoken, well rounded, always trying to check, people about how loud they are or how ghetto they act and trying to fit in with the crowd. Like, come on, these stereotypes that they trying to now run off with a new language.
I have a new language. It's called Leave Us Alone. Leave us alone and mind your business. We are the only ones. Every time somebody is doing something to celebrate their nationality or their race, you never see Black people say, "What about us?" But anytime we are doing anything, somebody has to say something. If y'all don't leave us alone, we're going to go to a
They
quick
can't.
commercial break because you know what it is? We don't care. We want y'all to leave us alone. That's the black fatigue that I'm going to say. Leave us alone. Mind your business. If you did that, you wouldn't have to worry about us. We will be right back after this quick commercial break. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Morningstar Boutique, where the sun is shining and the style is all about you, your beauty, confidence, and individuality. Whether that's your perfect summer dress, a chic jumpsuit, or outfit you didn't know you needed, we've got you. Stop by ourplugs.com and check us out. We'll see you soon.
Welcome to a world that sparkles. Sparkle Kicks LLC is your one-stop shop for a wide variety of customized items. So bling out your Crocs. Customize that cutting board. Get you custom dominoes. Stop by and we will customize your order today. We can be found on Etsy and Our Plugs LLC. I'll be waiting to customize your order. All you need to do is place it.
And I'd like you to do one more thing for me. Hold up two fingers. This is you, and this is me, and the space that exists between us should be filled with value.
Equal, a global human initiative, and its value identity model.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection. Happy Tuesday. We're back once again, and today we are talking to our leaders and our mentors. Did you have any other stories that you wanted to bring up, sis?
You know what? Not really. Well, I think we pretty much touched on all of the stuff I wanted to talk about. So I think
Yeah,
we good to go.
absolutely. Let's go ahead and bring Ali Go to the stage. Viper Vets, What's going on, Ali?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Happy Tuesday.
I'm trying to match Kitty's energy. You know, you got yours on, so
I ain't
don't
got
know
mine on today. I'm gonna be back at y'all tomorrow.
I see DC down. Listen, Houston, we got a problem. It's hot in here, like Nelly be saying.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, Ali. You know, I'm pretty upset with
burning
right
up
now. You know, this is not what we need right now.
I
don't know who told them that it was gonna be okay to hit us with 105 to 112 heat index. Are y'all crazy? It is May.
Your AC better be working.
Can't nobody breathe.
Down.
Can't nobody breathe in that.
You can't breathe. It's hot. And right when kids are getting out of school for the summer.
I know.
Oh, Lord.
I had to get my daughter's AC checked. Lord.
Yes, on our car. Yes, ma'am.
Drink water and make sure you check on folks that you know that are not, you know, maybe healthy or elderly. You know, you got to make sure you do that. Real.
Yeah.
Not only that, you got to bring your pets in because they can't stay out in this heat.
No, they can't be out in this type of heat.
Just mad disrespect for Houston. I'm so sick of y'all. Go ahead, Ali.
By the way, I have glasses to see. I guess I'm nearsighted. I don't know what I am, but I don't need glasses. These are the Blu-ray glasses. It stops the blue rays and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking kind of smarter like DC right now. So I'm liking this.
Yeah.
Looking DC-ish. You know?
You know, glasses give you a whole new look.
Smart
if you
brother.
Think about it.
Man, Trump should wear some of these shits. You know
glasses ain't gonna help that. Come on now.
Okay, all right. I was trying. I'm just saying.
Don't even try it. I've been wearing
not gonna
glasses
help
since
that.
I was 9 years old.
He near the upper room. Okay, ain't nothing gonna help that. He on his way to the upper room.
All right.
No,
Listen,
we all got a day.
I want to say what's up to all the veterans. Good morning. And listen, and I'm not only focused on veterans. I'm focused on people who know veterans, people who are family members of veterans, dependent on veterans, because we need to make sure we all are in the know and we're not leaving the veterans to figure it out or have the knowledge by themselves. All right. So we're just going to talk about a few benefits, you know, you get if you're 100%. And sometimes, you know, some of these things are simple and people think that everybody knows, but sometimes we just don't know and don't have the information. So I'm going to kind of pause between them. I'm not going to try to take up a lot of time because I know DC and Reggie, they always come with a lot of information, and we all got to be here and make sure y'all stick around for that because they are up next. These are the leaders who mentor, and they shoot, man, they just doing their thing, man. They autopilot right now. That's it. They autopilot. So make sure you check out those guys and make sure you follow them on all the socials. Make sure you follow Our Plugs. Make sure that you go to YouTube. If you're in the chat, you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Go to TikTok. Go to Instagram. Go to all socials, and let's get it going. All right. So I'm gonna bring up this video. And it's gonna talk about a few benefits, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some examples. I'm gonna go over some of the examples of some of the things that they're talking about. Just kind of break it down a little bit. Let me bring it up.
5 benefits from veterans who achieve 100% permanent and total disability rating from the VA after service. And I am going to touch a little bit on a really cool thing with the income you're receiving here at the end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned because it's one of my favorite benefits. And I think it's important to talk about this, not because I want to go off and be like, you all need to get 100% P&T, but because there's a lot of benefits outside of the monetary side that people just don't know. And I say this as somebody who, after about 2 years of going back and forth and filing with the VA, and I'm gonna make a video about that whole process and how to do that, I finally got a rating of 100% permanent and total, which, you know, yay on one end, and also like there's a reason you get it. So there's a lot of injuries associated and things that anyone who's been there, done that gets it, right? So it's not like yay without So we're going to talk about it real briefly. The very first one obviously is that you get full medical and dental for the veteran. This obviously, even at any rating, you get full medical and dental for or full medical and dental for anything that is, you know, the reason you're getting a rating. So if you got your foot crushed, you get taken care of for that. If you got your arm broken, you get taken care of for that. But at 100% PNT, you get full medical and dental forever, as well as full medical for dependents, which, you know, as somebody with a kid who broke his arm falling off a front porch on the 4th of July 2 years ago and is inevitably going to get injured again if he's anything like his daddy, it is nice to know that that's covered. So that is an incredible benefit. And, you know, if you've got a whole family, they're all covered, right? Which is cool. And that's also incredibly valuable from a monetary standpoint because it's another massive expenditure that you as a veteran don't have to worry about. And I think that's huge.
Yeah. So when you talk about full dental and medical, it's expensive just to stay alive. So having the benefits, especially dental, people don't understand. I understand why I look at some people and I'm like, damn. I know why they have the gums and the teeth they have now, because it is expensive out here to look good in these streets. I'm just saying.
Ollie, it is expensive. It is very expensive.
It costs to keep it.
It does cost to, you know, keep it. Yes.
I got a crown, and I was like,
yeah, crowns are.
Pay for that.
Woo, yeah.
It is so veterans. If you're 100. So what happens is too, if you work for someone, you could deny the health coverage because you already got health coverage. Save that money, put it in your pocket, make sure you know your benefits, take care of your gums, take care of your health. Because it's important now. Hey, and listen, I see some of these people. I understand. Listen, dental work is expensive in these streets. All right.
Let's not even talk about with the kids when they start needing dental work. Yeah, I went through the whole braces with my child. Braces are astronomical.
Rent is too damn high. Rent is too damn high. You're right. Let's get to the next one.
All right, number 2, and this is not for every state, so check with your state, but there are property tax reductions and or exemptions. So in Texas, which has a relatively high property tax as opposed to a lot of the other states, you know, a veteran who's a permanent total, like 100% disabled veteran does not pay property tax on their primary residence. That could save you thousands of dollars a year, which is awesome. And it, you know, again, it's not every state, but I know Florida does this. There's a couple other states. Do your research, but that is a lot of value, especially if you pay your home off. Because if you pay your home off, that means you actually don't have expenses other than like utilities and maintenance, which is huge with the property, because one of the biggest complaints is like, even if you pay your home off, you're still paying taxes on the place. Well, in this situation, you're not. And I know that's also an incentive to move to those states, because where I live, it's not the case right now, which is unfortunate because it would save me $4,000 or $5,000 a year. And it also allows, you know, it would motivate me to maybe want to move to Texas, which I've already thought about moving to Austin in the past when my son's older. So, you know, we'll see. Number 3.
Hey, don't listen to what he said about
We're full.
Yeah, you're not taking. Texas is not
Texas.
taking anyone. Texas is closed for business.
Texas is closed. We can't.
Man, but them I should have been a vet. I should have went and signed up. Is it too late?
Yes, it is. Honey.
You could do something. I don't know. But
can I do Florida, the reserves? Can I do the reserves?
No, it's too late. It's too late for both of us.
A lot of the states, they offer tax exemption for property. Also, and he's going to talk about the rest of it, but that is a huge deal. Imagine not have to pay property tax for the year, because those property tax, they are mean and ugly when it comes to all them zeros and commas. That's not good. I need to keep some of that, because eggs are too high. I need my gums fixed, so I can't be paying property taxes. You know what I'm saying? So if I save on dental, I could. Anyway, so check your states. I'm just saying, check your states. Check your states, because a lot of these states are doing the same thing. And we're going to roll through some more of these. And these are some of the benefits. If you know a veteran, make sure that they get to the tax office, supply them with their benefit letter so they could take that damn taxes off their yearly expenses. You need that money to stay in your pocket. All right, let's get to the next one. This is number 3.
Is dependent education for yourself. There's a $50,000 grant, bonus, stipend, you know, however you want to call it, that is eligible for you or dependents with any state-funded education for you being 100% P&T. So if my, I'm not married anymore, but had at the time my wife wanted to go to school, I could have given her $50,000 towards that. My son, when he turns of age, can get $50,000 towards school without utilizing my GI Bill, which is cool because I had been saving my GI Bill for him because, a whole nother video aside, I didn't end up getting to be able to transfer it because I didn't understand the process and I messed it up. Now I can use my GI Bill without taking it away from him because he can go to school using this grant, which is huge. Number 4.
So you check with your states. You get, if you're 100% P&T, education benefits are there for you or yourself, for your spouse, for your dependents. Now, if you're military and you're active, or you know somebody who's military and active, if before you get out, if you don't transfer those benefits to your spouse or dependents, you're going to incur 4 years. So if I'm getting out and I'm like, oh, I'm getting out in a year, and I'm going to transfer my benefits to my spouse and kids, guess what I just did? I just signed up for 4 more years. Because you have to have 4 years on your contract. So what I'm saying is, if you have 4 years left on your contract and you want to transfer your benefits, go ahead and do that, because it requires you to put 4 more years in once you transfer those benefits.
Can you transfer the benefits after you get out? You have to transfer them before.
Nope. You have to have 4 years on your contract, or willing to do 4 more years for you to transfer them bad boys.
Oh, so if you sign up,
you better decide fast. You better be forward thinking.
When you sign up, you need to decide that you're going to transfer your benefits right when you sign up, if you only plan on doing 4 years.
Yeah, because this is the thing what people don't understand. You could transfer your benefits, but you could limit the amount they take out, right?
Really?
Limit that. You could set the amount. Oh, I want you to have 5 months, or I want you to have 0 months, even though I transfer it to you. So it's all there under your control, but you need to transfer it because you're going to incur 4 years. The military ain't playing with y'all. All right, let's go to number 4.
Is student loan forgiveness. Now, I'm not one of these advocates that runs around thinking everybody's college debt should be forgiven. That's not me. I am a firm believer of, like, if you took out the debt, you should pay off the debt. You shouldn't take out debt that you don't intend to pay off or have no means to pay off.
These remarks are his remarks and his remarks only, not the remarks of the station and our plugs.
Because that's just bad financial literacy. That being said, 100% P&T veterans are allowed to pay off their student debt once. And that's huge, because if you did go into debt, going over your GI Bill for education or whatever that may look like, this allows you to get rid of that debt and set yourself up for success. Again, this is some of the biggest benefits for the 100% P&T, right? You get paid monthly, which is, guaranteed by the government, tax exempt, and everything else. You also get lower medical, lower, college tuition costs, student debt forgiveness, and all these other benefits. So the fact that you're mitigating a ton of expenses is just as valuable, if not even more valuable, than the income you're receiving. And I am going to touch a little bit on a really cool thing with the income you're receiving here at the end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned, because it's one of my favorite benefits, but it's also one that I knew about. So that's not the point of this video. Number 5.
All right. So he's not going to mention it yet, but along with the property tax exemption, you also, I hope he's not the next one. You have your vehicle, right? If you have registration, you could get your vehicle registration. You got to check with your state, right? You get an exemption on your registration. So in Florida, you could get your exemption for one car, but if your name is on all the cars in your household, you could get a DV plates for all those cars. What happens is, when you go to the airport and you're trying to take a trip, going to wherever you're going, you can park at the airport for free. And that's for most states. I know Virginia does it. Some other states do it. You could go to the airport. Atlanta, also Georgia do it. Different states. So check with your states. That DV plate definitely gonna keep money in your pocket. So not only you're getting money, you're keeping money, and you're not spending these money on expenses that you don't need to spend it on. So, all right, let's go to the last
5. And this one again varies by state, but free car registration. So
as I said,
a lot of states offer free registration for 100% P&T disabled veterans, which is awesome. Not quite as much of a savings as, say, property taxes, but it is an annual expense, and it is nice to not have to pay that, especially on like newer cars that registration can get a little expensive. In some of these states, it is a few $1,000s to register a vehicle. So if you're able to avoid that expense, it is just another bit of money you get to keep in your pocket, which I love. Now, I know we said 5, but as we were talking, I realized this one, so I threw it at the end. This one didn't even cross my mind because it's something I've known for years, but a lot of people probably don't realize it, and it may actually be one of the cooler benefits. And that is when you're going to qualify for a mortgage. So say you're going to do the VA loan, for a house hack, which is my personal favorite strategy. I got tons of videos on that. So I'm not going to go too far into that rabbit hole right now, but just know VA loan, house hacking, go do some homework. That is my favorite strategy for starting off with real estate investing and home ownership, and can absolutely set you leaps and bounds ahead of your peers financially. But let's say you're going to go qualify for a mortgage with the VA loan. They have to do a debt to income verification, which means they take all the money you make and all the debt payments you have, minimum payments, and whatever those debt payments are as a percentage of your income. So let's say you make $5,000 a month, and let's say you have $2,000 a month in debt. That could be credit cards, auto loan. They count your mortgage. This is we're doing your back end debt to income, so after the mortgage. So they count that. Then that would be a 40% debt to income ratio, because 40% of your income goes straight to debt payments before anything else, right? That measurement is what ultimately, and more than anything else, adjusts how much of a loan you're going to be able to get from the bank. They want your debt to income to be really like as low as possible, right? And there's 2 ways to fix this. You can lower your debt payments, which is why lenders tell you, like, don't buy a car while we're in this process, because it could mess up your whole mortgage product or process. Because if you get that loan and that debt puts you over the debt to income ratio requirements, then you're hosed, right?
Yeah, so you get more benefits than you know. You want to check with your state, right? Definitely want to check with your state and make sure that you look into each state. Some states offer different things, other states don't. But there's a lot of benefits that veterans get when they're from 0 to 100. Especially if you're 100, you want to take care of the business. You want to make sure that you don't leave anything on the table. We talked about the benefits that you can leave for your spouse and your kids. Don't take that for granted, right? We salute 1% of those who serve and the 3% who are retired. And listen, not everybody wants to serve. Not everybody had the opportunity to serve, and not everybody can serve. So make sure that we are taking care of veterans. Make sure that, and we have family members of veterans. They serve too.
Yes.
They serve too. They are, because if while we're serving or we're deployed, they're holding the family down. We don't have to worry about it. They deal with us not being there. I mean, it's a whole different ball game when it comes to dependence. I mean, it takes a strong person to be a dependent.
Yeah,
it does.
I just recently, with insurance, I had to add my child to our car insurance, and skyrockets went straight up. And so just randomly, my grandfather texted me. He said, "Hey, I was just thinking about you, and you guys, y'all probably qualify to get a discount through my USAA because I'm your grandfather."
Yes.
And he told me, and I'm like, "Oh." He was like, "So at your renewal," I was like, "Forget the renewal. Let me call
I'm
again."
calling now. I know that's right.
Hello.
I said, "Let me try to get a
Hello.
Can I speak to your customer service agent, please?"
It stretches far, like
Yes.
you would think, like a benefit to your grandchildren that you can give, the USAA. So I was happy to hear about that.
Yeah. I
Everybody's
didn't even think about that though, but that is very smart, because my dad, he still helped with my kids. The only thing is my daughter is, my dad's deceased now, but my daughter's a vet. Let me call my daughter and see if I can get on her insurance. I'm trying to cut costs. Y'all know how expensive it is?
It is, especially here in
Texas, man. Well, in Florida, can you guys even have insurance? Oh, it's flood insurance that they won't let y'all have. That is crazy.
I think we should get the money back if we don't use the insurance at the end of the year, or
I
get
do
something,
too.
10%, something.
At least 10 something.
Can we get?
We need to get some of it back, because the biggest hustle
It
is insurance. For real. They
Biggest
get
con.
all this money all year long. And you may be a great driver, never get into any incident. Where my money?
Why am I just giving it to you on a maybe? On a maybe.
Who y'all using my money on? Everybody else who messing up.
That part.
I mean, if you think about it, it's you're paying for a if it happens. If was a fifth,
Just in
we'd all
case.
be drunk.
Just in case. Give me your money just in case.
Just in case.
Damn. Brent is too damn.
I think we all have just gotten bamboozled over the year. DC, you are right. It is a Ponzi scheme.
Ponzi.
It's not fair.
That's the Madoff right there.
Yeah,
I
didn't have this conversation for years about this, and now I know at one point I was an insurance underwriter for 11 years for Progressive. I worked there for 11 years as an underwriter. Yeah, so I know pretty much about the ins and outs of insurance.
So you can see a scammer coming down the road, huh?
Insurance is something else. Because when I tell you how they do it, they're actually brilliant.
I mean,
they're brilliant, and we gotta have it. We gotta have it. Ain't no option.
You don't have an option, because if you don't have a insurance on your car, you can't drive your car. You lose your license.
If I could learn how to start an insurance, I'm just saying.
I don't know. Insurance seems so boring to me, though.
It is.
It is, and I'm an analytical person.
I worked in claims. It was more exciting because in claims you could, But
girl, what happened?
They did what? Who did what? But claims was a little more exciting.
Yeah, underwriting is boring.
Underwriting is a lot of laws, policies. Different states. You got to know different laws, so it's tedious.
It is.
See what y'all did. But listen. If you don't have insurance, you better get your ass some insurance. Get yourself some insurance.
Stop cursing, Ollie. Go. Viper Vets. I done put it in the private chat. I'm gonna get you.
Sometimes people slip. It's all good.
Yes, it's slip.
Get insurance.
Apologize, WKRA 92.7 The Change.
We TikTokers.
We're TikTokers, and sometimes it does slip, but we are.
If you hit my car, we're gonna have.
You're gonna cut it out.
I need to see your insurance card of mine.
Yes, I
need some
insurance card if you do hit my car. Ali, thank you so much for bringing that information to us as usual. WKRA, he is a vet, so you know how vets are. So we just gonna overlook that and
it's all good.
Moving.
I serve on Navy bases too, so you could call me a sailor.
I know that's right. And
thank you for your service, Ali.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We appreciate you too.
Thank you for the information.
Take care of your vets and take care of the vets and the family of benefits. All right.
Absolutely. We sure will. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Hey guys, yes, this is my nonprofit, Carter's Caring Hands. And what my nonprofit does, we give fresh food boxes to those families in need that's struggling to keep food on their tables. We also go out into the unhoused community, give out care bags here in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area. So if you'd like to donate to the cause, please go to www.carterscaringhands.com and donate whatever you can, so we together can uplift those families that's struggling to keep food on their tables. Highly appreciate it. God bless.
Let's be real. Being a woman means juggling everything: careers, families, goals, and somehow our health ends up last on the list. But what if your wellness came first? At Nutrition You Design, we believe healthy living shouldn't be complicated. From custom meal plans to one-on-one coaching and specialized lab testing, we're here to help you fuel your body and feel amazing every day. It's not about dieting, it's about thriving. It's about energy, balance, confidence, you. So if you're ready to feel stronger, healthier, and in control of your nutrition, let's do this together. Contact Nutrition You Design today and design a healthier you.
Opa May Simplistic Beauty is hair care and skincare in a bottle. Take a quick survey and let us design your own formula. Go to ourplugs.com, look for Opa May Simplistic Beauty, and we can get your formula out to you as soon as possible. We hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection from on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We just got through finishing up our segment with our brother. His name is Viper Vet. He is a veteran and he comes every Tuesday with wisdom for our veterans. We appreciate his knowledge. We appreciate him passing it on and letting our veterans know that you do have a voice. You have a voice on WKRA 92.7 The Change, and you definitely have a voice with our plugs. So we appreciate you, Ali. And I just can't say enough. But now we are going to switch it up just a tad bit and bring our brothers up. They are the leaders, our leaders who mentor, our leaders who get it done. Hi, DC. Hi, Reggie.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning, brothers.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Absolutely.
Ain't working, Kitty. Why mine stop working?
It works when it wants to work. So, guys, how was your weekend? How was everything?
Lovely weekend. Glad, up here in the Midwest, the weather's starting to break. So we're starting to get some warm weather. So definitely much appreciated. And I'm sure Reggie's enjoying the beautifulness of Southern California.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's nice. That's nice. Don't talk to us about weather. Not for the next 10 days. I'm truly disappointed in Houston and how, it's May. Y'all cutting up? Who I need to call? That's what I want to know. Get them on the phone. Let's talk because I'm not ready for any of this. If you've never been in Houston, you won't know what I'm talking about. But you guys
call the Lord.
Yeah.
The Lord is the Lord's
I talk
work.
to God every day, all day. But my goodness, 10 days, 105, 112, not ready. But anyway,
I blame Trump.
I blame him for pretty much everything. So, but it's good to see you guys. I'm glad you're here with us today. I know that you guys typically take over, so I'm gonna let you guys take the floor, and we're gonna sit back and listen because you guys are leaders. Did you guys hear Miss Morning's affirmation?
I did.
I loved
Absolutely,
it.
yes.
Yeah, it was.
It
She
was
knocked
wonderful.
it out the park. Yeah, it was.
Always on point. Always on point.
Yeah, always on point. So go ahead, DC. What do you have for us today?
Hey, well, in this time of madness and chaos, we're actually in celebration season. This is the time where our students walk across that stage, whether it be high school or college, and embarking on the next chapter of their life. So we want to celebrate and acknowledge our graduates first and foremost. And Reggie and I are here today to try to help them navigate through the next phase. So for our college graduates and our high school graduates, let's touch on the high school graduates first. As you embark on your college journey, it's an experience. Most of us treasure and enjoy. So we want to make sure that the students are safe. Parents learn about Blackboard so you can check your students' grades. Don't be one of those parents that drop your kid off at campus and next time you see him is at Thanksgiving break. Stay engaged. I mean that freshman year can be very distracting, without having mom and dad there on your shoulder. So parents, please stay engaged with your students' first year transition as a freshman. So many things pop up. I can remember one of my childhood friends on this freshman journey. It was hard for him. And literally for the first semester, he never went to class. He just stayed in his dorm room and watched soap operas every day. That was his deal. And so when the midterm grades came out and his parents saw the grades, they were shocked. They was like, "What's going on?" And for him, the adjustment was very hard. Not having the social support that he needed, and it caused him to withdraw and become depressed. So it happens a lot. Um, I have another friend whose son was accepted into Cornell, one of the best colleges in the nation, and he pretty much did the same thing. But his parents didn't find out about it, and probably for the entire freshman year, they didn't find out that he had withdrew himself. After the first quarter, he withdrew from school. He just never came home. He just stayed. He just stayed at the location of the college. He just never came home. They didn't know. So I encourage the parents to please, please, please stay engaged with
Yeah.
your students as they transition through that first year of college. Reggie, you have any input on that?
Absolutely. Just in life in general, beginnings are always difficult. Just think about it. Riding a bike, learning to ride a bike, learning to swim, your first day of school. It's like those are moments of awkwardness and finding your footing. And, we all experience it differently. Just like to your point, DC, you said that the one young man experienced, depression and being withdrawn. But then on the opposite end of that spectrum, other, young people can in experiencing their first, real, moments of independence and freedom, they can, again, it's party like a rock star. And of course that can, we've seen, a myriad of instances where that can end up actually being dangerous, and we can actually end up losing loved ones. So it is imperative, to your point, DC, that we as parents stay engaged, and just check on our loved ones, check on our kids, check on our friends, family, whoever you are in
Drop in.
proximity. Exactly.
Drop in. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Reggie.
Absolutely. Whoever you are in proximity to that person, just check in. Let's pull up as DJ Kitty. Drop in, pull up. Because we all need each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And for our college graduates that are embarking upon their first job opportunities, there's a vast network that still exists for diversity. A huge network that still exists, even though we've seen in the media a lot of companies pulling back their diversity and inclusion policies and programs. There's still a lot of companies that have rebuffed that idea and is still embracing diversity. And when I say that, there's networks, and I'll give you guys a few that I have researched. One of them is the minorityAccess.org, minorityAccess.org. What this website does, it provides a list of companies that provide internships that support diversity. Okay. Even our Congressional Black Congress, they have an internship program. And you can simply go to the Congressional Black Caucus's website, and it has a tab where you can apply for an internship with the Congressional Black Caucus. So there's a lot of opportunity out there for our students to still embark upon a journey where they feel wanted and embraced due to their cultural or their difference. So that network still exists. There's also a website called Diversity X, and they have job fairs throughout the nation that specifically, again, embrace diversity. There's one coming up in Austin. There's also one coming up in Memphis for our Memphis listening audience.
Good.
And so I encourage everybody to simply Google Diversity X, and they have a schedule of job fairs in your local area or vicinity.
You know, DC, I'm glad you are doing this because I can actually add these to the newsletter, which I'll add on Sunday, and I'll go ahead and put the link in. So all they have to do is open up the newsletter and click on the link, and it'll pull the information up for them. So if you're out there listening and you're interested, go ahead and go to ourplugs.com, create you a general user account, and this is what we want to continue to bring to our listeners, our avenues, so that they can get the information and data that they need. So that'll be on this Sunday's newsletter. Go ahead, Reggie.
I'd also like to your point, DJ Kitty, consider our plugs as a resource. You know, we are the leaders who mentor. DC is well aware of opportunities within his industry. I am aware of opportunities in my industry and in other industries. And please understand that we are only occupying the seats and the positions that you will occupy as people who are stepping into the career space in 5, 10, 15 years. So we have an obligation to ensure that we are a bridge for you and a door to those opportunities. So, sign up for a general membership in our plugs. Again, it's a community directory with, professionals who are connected to all types of career, who are currently operating in all types of career spaces. So again, if you're listening to this broadcast, consider us as a resource as well, our plugs.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And one of the other things I wanted to touch on is, as a parent that has raised 3 boys, not everybody's cut out for college, and it's not a ding against anybody if they choose not to attend college. There's plenty of avenues. One of which Miss DJ Kitty was talking to us about last week was the maritime opportunities that exist out there. As a parent, and I feel sometimes I think about it back, never kill your child's entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
If they have an idea that they want to really pursue, attempt to support that idea, because obviously that's something that they're passionate about. It may not be ideal what a parent foresees for their child, but when you kill entrepreneurial spirit, you could be forcing someone down a alley where they may never find happiness in a career, to suit the parent. So that's one thing I learned through raising 3 boys. All 3 were different. All 3 had a different passion for different things. And of course, old school, you want to force all of them through college. You need to go to college. You need to go to college. And that's one thing that I learned, is that not all of them were cut out for college. They're all successful, and they all chose their individual pathway. And maybe I couldn't see it, as a parent, because we're so driven. We want something for our children. But I say this as a lesson learned for me: never crush a child's entrepreneurial spirit. It takes a lot of courage to jump out there on your own and support your own idea and your own dream. So support that.
Absolutely.
And to your
I agree. Did you want to say something, Miss Morningstar?
I was just agreeing, like that's good advice, CC, because yes, a lot of people push that college on our kids, and it's a debt for a lot of kids. It becomes a debt later on in life. Some get full rides, others have to go through grants and then get loans and etc.
Yeah.
So it's like let them kind of make a decision, because people, there are great trade work that you can do and make
Absolutely.
great careers. I mean, longevity careers out of doing some type of trade. So college does not have to be your next step. Just encourage them to be
Do something.
encouraged to do
Yes.
something.
To do something. I agree with that. There's so many opportunities from welding to plumbing, and these
Yeah.
are really good jobs. I know plumbing,
Sustainable.
yes, doesn't go away.
They don't.
And
People is
plumbing
gonna always
is,
need a plumber.
yes,
They're gonna need
always,
someone to do their yard work. They're gonna need somebody
always.
to fix. I mean, it's always something in
Yeah,
there.
heated and air
Yes.
conditioned. People
Heating
All
hate
and
being
AC.
cold,
Oh my
and they
goodness.
hate being hot. So you
That's
always
right.
gonna get a call.
You already
Absolutely.
know. You are, and not only hate being hot, we all have to get our AC service since we're stepping into HELL in Houston. I said what I said, yes.
And can I say this? This is off the topic, but just kind of not off the topic. It's a bird in my chimney.
Oh my goodness. Who
So
would come and
I
get the
can't.
bird out the chimney, y'all?
I look Google. I said, how do you get the bird out the chimney? Because I'm like hearing this bird. I'm like, what is that? And they actually have a business,
A service. Yeah.
service that can come and get the bird safely out of the chimney, or the animal, or whatever. Because you know how I feel about birds. Birds.
Yes, I just freaked out. That just, yes.
We ain't friends. So I'm my fireplace. I didn't boarded it up. I'm like, oh, you ain't coming out. You gonna have to come in where you gonna have to go out where you came in, whatever.
That's not your bestie.
Tell you to get it. It'll tell you to go in there. In there
Miss
singing, getting on my nerves.
Miss Morningstar won't even walk. If you're walking and we see birds, she will not walk by there. But
I don't do birds,
y'all. Think about
birds.
that, but that right there is some good money, because if I have a bird in my chimney, I'm gonna pay.
I'm gonna pay. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
That's hilarious.
And I'm quite sure those people who are coming have been trained to, they're gonna have to get on the roof.
They're gonna have to get
because
up
they
there.
definitely can't come in the house,
They
because
can't go through it. They gotta go up.
They can go up, yeah.
And that bird is in there singing his little tail off. I'm like,
my goodness.
Well,
going there.
That goes to show you right there that there's always a need for something. And being an entrepreneur, I've been an entrepreneur, it seems like, all my life. Yeah. Although I've always had a Black job, I've always had a second job. I mean, it's not even a job, it's just something else that I want to do.
It's
versus
a job,
what I have
it's
to
a job. It's a fun job. I call it fun job.
Yeah, this is what I want to do. If I could do only this and only my skincare and only fitness, then that's what I would do. But I have to get out there and analytics, do finance, because I got bills like everybody else. But I applaud anyone who steps out on faith and does it. And look at us. Nothing stops us.
And I'm telling y'all now, we got a new generation of some heavy, powerful hitters coming through. So these new kids that are graduating 2025, and even the ones graduated before, these children are coming out and they are hitting it hard, and they are excelling.
Yes.
Smart.
Absolutely.
They are so smart. My grandson graduates in June. I'm so proud of him. He's played ball, good grades, 4.1 GPA. I'm just so proud of him. And he wants to be a dentist. And
That's
I'm
awesome.
just like, go do it. And he's already got people he can already shadow. He already has several mentors, and he's going to LSU. Okay.
All right.
Wow. Beautiful.
I'm proud, Nana. I really am.
Beautiful.
And we have to be proud of our babies, Now I just got to get the 6-year-old. He need to go to college with him. Can they do 2 for 1?
That is hilarious. And to your point, DJ Kitty, that's hilarious. But to your point, DJ Kitty, when you talked about faith, we have to trust our kids. It's kind of like the scripture that says one man plants, another man waters. And then you have to trust the process. When we know that we've put into them all the things that are essential for them to be, great people in society and for them to survive, we have to let them find their purpose. Let them, whatever is calling them, we have to let them go to that, because that's their place. That's their power. That's their plight. And to DC's point, we all have a different one, and I know as parents, we're compelled to protect them, but they have to blaze their own trail.
Yeah, and that's the hard part, though, letting go, because I'm talking to my daughters now, and I know how hard it was for me. And my oldest went to the military. And when I tell you
my anxiety and my
I know we can't even talk to
my
you
child until next year.
We
she
can't even
graduated
talk
in
to you right now.
2026. She's going into her senior
We already
year.
know.
And I'm already planning, like, so where you going? You gonna give me an apartment? She's like, Mom, you can't come.
My daughters were talking about getting an apartment. I said, y'all let him be let him be an adult. Do not get an apartment. Well, we're just gonna get the apartment, and
just
so
in
when we
case.
coming back. No, you can go get you can go stay at a hotel. You do not need to get an apartment in
Girl,
Louisiana.
it's so hard to cut that cord,
Please.
Yeah, but we got to. I get it.
Yes. It was hard for me, but I made it through. You'll be okay. I'll be here for it's you and your husband
sliding down the wall.
Both of y'all gonna be sliding down the wall, not helping each other. Both of y'all. I'm gonna come knock on the door, do a welfare check for both of y'all.
Sliding down the wall.
Well,
but proud.
It's a fun time, though. All these graduates, and they have the entire, all the opportunity in the world to say, what do I want to do next? And then we as parents and as their mentors, we're just supposed to be there to support them.
Right.
And if you're out there listening and you're a young adult and you need someone to help you forge through and figure it out, please get in touch with us. As you can see, we love to talk. We love to talk, and we just don't talk. We put action behind it. So we definitely want you to be a part of our plugs, and we want to be a part of your journey as well. There is so much that we have to offer, and these young people, I'm so happy for them. I'm happy.
Absolutely. I mean, the journey of transition from in-home kid to being outside the house and like Reggie said, having to navigate some of the challenges that you'll see as a college student on campus. Yeah, I mean, I went through it. My oldest son, he didn't want to go to a HBCU. He had picked a private college he wanted to go to, and he was locked in on that private college. That was the only thing he wanted to do. But in the interim, what I did was I applied to a HBCU, and I took care of all the paperwork. And so when he got that rejection letter from that private college he'd been locked in on since he was a freshman in high school, I had the letter of acceptance to the HBCU.
That's smart. I love that, DC.
Yeah, and when he got down there and he saw what it was all about, North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride.
He had a blast.
He was in love. He was in love
with
that experience. So that's what we have to do for parents. Is just be there to back up your children, to support their decisions, but have a plan B.
I agree,
and be there to support them, because not everything's going to fall their way, but they need to know that no matter what happens, they have a strong support system that's going to be there to pick them up when they fall down.
I absolutely love that, DC, for you to be proactive and think ahead for him. I think that's beautiful,
Absolutely.
You just never know what's going to happen. So it's up to us to make sure that, okay, that happened, but here's your plan B, That's very smart. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. You
Absolutely.
know, being a parent is the best job in the world. It is the best job, and it's hard, sometimes thankless, but it's the very best job in the world. But being a grandparent, baby, there is nothing like it. Wait until you have your first grandchild, Tam, 10 years from now, maybe 15.
Yeah, well, you know,
10 to 15,
I
maybe
have
20.
grandchildren actually, but
Yeah.
my biological, but I have, yeah, it's a good feeling. So I know that one feeling of the Bible is
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yes. DC, do you have grandchildren yet?
I do. I have two, a boy and a girl. They were born 10 months apart. So
Oh,
so
good.
so they're like twins.
oh,
Ava and Aiden.
oh,
Oh,
And they're
cool.
both
Cool.
wonderful. Very
Love
proud
it.
of them. Very proud of them. So
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Beautiful.
Pawpaw.
Papa. And Reggie, you have a grandson, right?
I have 5 grandchildren.
Oh,
I
wow.
have 2 grandsons and I have 3 granddaughters. I have 2 sons,
Ooh.
and I never, had a daughter.
Yeah.
But man, when my granddaughter was born,
Ooh.
I
It's over.
felt it was like I had this maternal protective, like the day she was born. I'm like, why do I feel like I want to strangle somebody? And I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, so this is what dads experience when they have daughters.
Right.
Yes.
Bet
And
nobody do nothing to that baby girl.
Okay.
oh my, you're gonna
I
Yeah.
have heaven and earth to deal with,
Yeah.
you
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
know. But yeah, I have 3 granddaughters. So I got my daughters now. My 3 granddaughters, and I have 2 grandsons. And yeah,
Okay.
and actually, it's so funny because my son took her to Universal Studios today because my daughter-in-law signed her up to be a call-in extra on movie
Oh,
sets. And
good.
so she went in and they did her makeup and they did her wardrobe, and she's on the set of some production that Nicole Kidman is starring in.
Oh,
So it was a
wow. That's
yeah,
Wow.
so
That's
it's pretty
awesome.
awesome.
cool.
How
That's
old is she?
awesome.
She
How old is
she
she,
just turned
Reggie?
12. She just turned 12.
She is
Yeah.
That is
that's a big
exciting.
deal for her.
Yes,
It's a
ma'am.
That
big deal, right? It was a really
Yeah.
exciting moment. My son sent me the photo. I was like, oh my God, my baby's growing up.
And
Yeah, so it's
growing
really
so
cool.
fast. That's
Really cool.
beautiful.
that's
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, congratulations to your baby. I'm still waiting on
Thank you.
my granddaughter, but my kids all said one and done, so I'll be waiting. So maybe I'll have a surprise.
And that's another thing too, you guys. Like, we don't have to wait until they get to career age, because there are productions happening everywhere in Atlanta, all the major cities. Look for casting agencies. Expand their landscape, give them experiences. It builds their confidence. And when they get a call, because my granddaughter made money today. That money goes into her little bank. She got the she got the call, and that's validation for them.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's just it's letting them kind of feel those experiences as they're coming into their adolescence and into their adulthood, that really build them and prepare them for those moments when they're going to leave the nest and be on their own.
That's amazing, Reggie, and
I
that's
agree
really
with that.
great advice. Great
I agree
advice.
with that.
Well, we've got about a minute left before the end of the show. I really want to thank you guys. You guys come with so much information, and when we started Our Plugs, the thought was to make sure that we covered what the community has, I'm sorry, cover what the community needs. And we really have some really great things that are coming. Our guys right here are working on some fantastic things. Just stay tuned. That's what I'm going to say. Just stay tuned. They've got some things up their sleeves that's for the community, and I'm so appreciative. So thank you, DC, and thank you, Reggie, as usual. Any last words? We've got about, like I said, now you have about 15 seconds. Reggie, go.
There is no failure. There is only fostering to move you forward. Everything that All the experiences that happened to you yesterday are preparing you for what God and destiny and the universe has prepared for you today. Everything that happens to you today, all the experiences are preparing you for what God and the universe have for you tomorrow. So understand, count it all joy, because there's only one process of success.
Thank you, Reggie. DC, go ahead.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. We're so proud of you.
Absolutely. Yes, we are. Go ahead, Miss Morningstar.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day, WKRA. And thank you to our YouTube chat for always coming out and supporting us. Have a good day.
And I'm going to say you have listened to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We thank you for listening in. Please tune in. We are live every morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. We will see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty
and Miss Morningstar.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.